Hello and welcome to Amare Divina, a space of spiritual sovereignty, freedom, and love and reclamation. And we're going to see what message is here for us today. But first, we are going to lift the space a little bit for clarity, ease of reception, and vision, and protection, and release. Because I think this is going to be a release situation today. I don't have many cards, but whenever I went to try to pull more, there was a pushback, basically, energetic pushback. Which, of course, I could just pick them anyway, but why do that when whatever is for us is clearly here? Okay, so I'm just going to pull the first card here. I'm so sorry if you hear that and it's loud. Okay, what deck is first? This one. Okay, so we're going to use this oracle deck here. All right, that was quick. Oh, a card from a previous reading. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Oh yeah, this is a release reading. Am I pulling this one? There's also a message here that I think I need to share with you, which is trust in the unknown, Sky Father, and shed old skin. So that's what's happening right now. This releasing that's occurring or that's being requested of you is highly uncomfortable, but it's grow within your current situation. The situation has been cultivated so that you could grow and become something else, and it requires you to trust in what you can't see, but I know you can feel it. Because there's a higher vision here, which makes me think of the higher mind that sees the whole picture and knows what needs to come next and know what has to go. And I think even you know what has to go. And so I see all this lightning, and the lightning clears the air. It has a cleaning effect, a cleansing effect, especially on the mind. So this might be a shedding of old belief systems and becoming someone new. More of who you are, but more of who you are often looks very different to those around you. Even though it makes a lot of sense to you, how you got to where you are, how you are, it may not make a lot of sense to those around you who are experiencing the shedding or viewing the aftermath of the shedding. Might even be causing the shedding. And so this is cultivating your wisdom, your gifts. You are being led by higher powers or higher states of higher consciousness. I don't want higher power to mislead you. There's power in higher consciousness because it's a releasing of the illusion. And there's more power the more you release the illusion, because the illusion is built on separation, which is an illusion of a lack of power. It's always there. But when you access higher consciousness, it comes through as higher power, because you see how expansive and how capable you are and how much control you actually have over your reality. But it's not the control that we've been... Okay, another card came through here. Oh, this reminds me of... So I'm thinking of Divine Feminine Masters. I actually thought of this. Not all Divine Feminine Masters at the time when we got to know them in our incarnation on this earth were female physically. I just want to throw that out there. So when I say Divine Feminine Masters, I mean those who came here to explore the energy of the Divine Feminine and attain some kind of mastery while embodied, so that we could look back on that story. So that's what I mean when I say Divine Feminine Masters. Because this makes me think of one, but I can't remember her name, or I'm not sure I ever knew. Buffalo Woman or something like that. Buffalo. Hold on. I don't want to mislead you all. So let me see if her name is in here. But anyways, reading the card, it says, Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right. Ooh, that's a good one. Letting go of the need to be right. And this smoke is cleansing in nature. It makes me think of the Palo Santo smoke. When I use it on myself, it just feels like a big old release. Honestly, like just whatever I was carrying in my energetic field, it makes it easy for me to release it. And it's a light release. Like I'm not fighting to keep it. And you're probably like, well, I'm not fighting to keep it either. Well, It depends. It depends. Because if there's a need to be right, you are kind of fighting to keep it. Or if it's this person is so wrong what they did, and you keep uh, reminiscing on that state of that perspective of the matter, it's sort of a fight to keep it because that energy helps that other thing build momentum, build in. I'm trying to find the right word. It helps that other thing, that thing that you are not happy with, gain density because it needs your attention and focus to be anything at all. And this air is like a gentle release. It's like I don't practice that not needing to be right and understanding the different ways that that can look. Needing to be right. Needing to be right might mean needing to be the person, the good guy, basically. I'm the good guy, you're the bad guy. That might be what the need to be right looks like. And I'm just going to look up the name of who's appearing on this card. Peacekeeper 56. White Buffalo Woman. I don't think I said all that. I think I just said like Buffalo Woman or something like that. Since I had to look her up, let's read. Cheese. Choose peace and happiness over the need to be right. Rather than trying to prove a point, save your energy for what's important. What's important is this transformation you're going through. So you need to put your focus, where attention goes, energy flows, that whole thing. You need to put your focus on your heart space and what brings you peace and what brings you joy. And there's a lot of pink here, which is the love for self, the cultivation for self, the self-care of self. You need to put yourself before others, and that means releasing them from your grip. And releasing them from your grip is releasing the fight. If you want to fight for something, fight for yourself, which means the fight to stand in your peace. And that fight doesn't require an enemy. Well, I guess the illusion of an enemy helps you get to the place to want to choose yourself in the first place. But at this point, it's no longer needed. You've acknowledged, you've discovered the stuck points within your system, so to speak, or that person or experience helped identify that spot within you, and now you can just release it and come into who you are, because now that wisdom has made itself available to you. The Peacekeeper, no, I don't need to read it all, I guess. It does say surrendering the need to fight and offering harmony instead. Why can't I talk today? She is a soul who knows what it's like to feel under threat and to stand up for what she believes in and what is right. Her medicine helps you take the higher road in every situation, even if you're under pressure to make a quick decision. It is a reminder that within your hands lies the power to make the right choice for all involved. And oftentimes, that is choosing yourself. It doesn't matter how uncomfortable it makes the other person, because you can't keep prolonging another's lesson. Sometimes the lesson is in you choosing yourself, and the repercussions it might have for that person. That's their business. Okay, let me see. All right, ready for the next set of cards here. Whoa. Okay, that's nice. The Star. So the Star is, okay, in this case, it's coming through his higher these cards can mean a lot of things, right? But in this case, it's coming through his higher consciousness being grounded onto this earthly plane. And that's what you're doing by doing this work. You're making it easier for others to access the healing as well. Yes, because you are strong. You are strong, and that is why you were chosen, or you chose yourself. I want to be careful. Well, okay, I'm going to speak on it because it's coming through. The chosen ones concept. It's pretty, it stirs up a lot of things in a lot of people, but I just want to address my perspective on it moving forward when I say chosen, because I don't want us to view chosen ones as this egoic separation, because that's a trap, right? That's a false light trap where it gets you to believe that you are above in some way, and these other petty souls, what will they do without you? I don't want that to come through. You are needed. But you need to acknowledge the sovereignty of the other souls as well, that they have a power as well. And their power called you here. And you were honored, and they are honored. It's reciprocal in nature. So the chosen ones can be a bit egoic in nature and can prey on people who are looking for that boost at this time. But the other way to look at the chosen ones, which is the way that I look at it, is there are a lot of souls that wanted to come here to help out, to participate in this time on the planet. But there are only so many spots, right? There are a lot of souls that did want to come here too, by the way. They're like, you guys are crazy. But there are a lot of souls that did want to come here and knew that they could make a difference and knew that they could get through the density. And you are one of those souls. And by chosen one, I mean, you were chosen to be one of the ones that could do that work, that could be here because there was a line, so to speak. And so in that way, you were chosen. So that's what I mean by the chosen ones. It is an honor. It's an honor to be of service in such a magical way and to experience it from this point of view, because from that other point of view, from whence you came, it's obvious. It's obvious that these things are possible and miracles are the order of the day. It's the order of the day here. It's just that we've cultivated a mastery and limitation, as Bashar would say, so we don't see that. And it's fun to unveil mastery in a place that has convinced itself that it's so limited and that it's rare and that it just doesn't happen. It's fun to be able to embody that in a world like that and show others that they can do it too. That's fun. And so you were chosen to be the embodiment of strength here. And you are strong, and that's why you were chosen to come here and be of service. Now, the challenges might not be fun in the moment. I'll concede to that. They're not fun in the moment, but on the other side, and you've been to the other side before, I'm sure this wasn't your first rodeo. I was going to say, it's so weird. So you're here to ground, to feed, to nourish the collective with the wisdom that you embody. Oh, yes. And you are going to do it. You're going to do it, or you're doing it, whatever. You're going to do it, you're doing it. Look at that, 10 of Ariel. Because this is a prosperity card, more than you could possibly ask for. But it's not just prosperity for yourself, it's for your family. And your family is the collective. For those who it's for. Because we're releasing the need to be right. We're not forcing ourselves on anyone, but we're also not putting ourselves in a box and shrinking ourselves anymore. We're stepping into who we are and shining that light for all who need it. And even the ones that are uncomfortable with it and are giving you pushback and are trying to put you back in your box, it's even for them. But we don't push ourselves onto them. We just shine our light, and it's just there. The light will go where it's going to go, and it's going to trigger who it's going to trigger. That's not our job. Our job isn't to go in there and get them to accept the light. It's just to be who we are. And we may be called to speak and teach and mentor, and that's fine. But that speaking, teaching, and mentorship are for those who welcome it, those who ask for it. And those who aren't comfortable with it, it helped them too. It helped them too. And they don't got to come back to you if they don't want to. But sometimes I feel like people can't help themselves. Like they'll just keep on coming back anyway. Okay, so we have the Justice card on the bottom of the deck, and Queen of Gabriel slipped out as well, which is the Queen of Wands and Justice. So you're here to balance the scales, because this world has been in density, and we'll call it darkness for now, for such a long time. And you're here to balance the scales back into what the original intention of it's rough to say the original intention, because there's always a higher intention, and I don't feel like we ever stray from it. So balance the scales back into light. And your magnetism will do that. And this is helping you to unveil that magnetism. The magnetism is intentional because higher power source knew what you were here to do. Your higher self knew what you were here to do. And so the challenge is unveiling the magnetism. You have to shed the old skin of limiting beliefs. I'm trying to see if I can find that card again. Of limiting beliefs, of hiding. Because that work is done. That work was for you to understand who you are and to unveil who you are. And you're probably still in the process of doing that. But shedding the skin is to share it with everyone else. Okay, are we pulling any other cards? Okay, am I putting this card out? No. Okay, so we're going to pull another card. Ooh, from the tarot deck. I'm going to get this away from the mic. Whoa. Okay. So we've got Peace, which is the Death card in traditional tarot. And I'm getting, says, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Or let Source. It really doesn't matter what you want to call it. And And there is a cooperation happening here. You're being worked with. There's a team around you, a co-creation taking place. You're going to notice things showing up for you that'll further you along your journey pretty effortlessly. You're going to understand the keys that are needed, and you're going to put them in the right locks within your energetic field to unlock that which is to be shared at this moment. You'll know what to do. And peace, look at that, peacekeeper and peace. This makes me think of like that quote, peace that passeth all understanding. It may be a religious quote, but it doesn't matter. All things are tools for expansion and integration. So peace that passes all understanding, the understanding of the world of density, it passes that understanding, because there's this belief that we have to be in struggle and lack and fear to survive, and that is an illusion. And peace passes understanding, because you almost have to stop thinking sometimes to get it, to understand it. This is also the death card, so it's a rebirth. Just like that shedding the old skin, you're becoming anew, more of who you are, a whole new person in the eyes of others, but you know better. This previous version of you was necessary for another version of you to ground here on earth, to incarnate here on earth. Okay. Are we getting another card? This card keeps popping out, so I guess I'll just rue it. It's Druid, hold the space. And there's a clear crystal on top of that stick. Okay, so it's really important that you set your intentions for peace. So they can be, you just want the intention to feel good in general, because at this time, because of all this going on around you, all this pressure, specific intentions might be a bit of a challenge, and they might not be helpful at this time anyway. But general intentions that you can keep focusing on, keep reorienting yourself on, will be helpful. I like the peace. My intention is to seek peace this day, no matter what. Peace within me, no matter what. It doesn't matter what's going on outside me. Abraham Hicks speaks on this. They don't say peace, they say happy, but probably the same thing. I'm going to be happy no matter what. I'm going to find things to focus on to be happy on with no matter what. I'm going to allow this energy to work through me. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else I need to pull here. Oh, this might be a good intention for you. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's on the bottom of this box of the deck, that one of the decks we're using here. And it says, I set the intention that whatever is gained from the lessons learned from this tool will be dedicated to the growth of all beings in all places. And that right there will have a huge boomerang effect. Because you are all the people, and all the people are you, right? Projected out, so to speak. But they still exist individually as well. We won't get into all that right now. But what I'm saying is that interconnectedness that exists, there's no way it can't boomerang back to you. Okay, is there anything else? Okay, I wanted to end it, and I'm like, what is pulling at me? I think we need to take a really good breath here. So we're going to breathe in really deep, and we're going to breathe out really deep. And that is a release. And we're going to breathe in really deep, and we're going to breathe out really deep. And hold it. And breathe in slowly. And feel the light and love of Source entering the cells of your body and expanding out into the fields within and around you. And let it do its work. And breathe in really deep. And let go. And when you let go, you can imagine those little light molecules just expanding and exploding out, because they're being integrated by all parts of you. Breathe in really deep. Let go. Breathe in really deep. Let go. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, anyway, sorry for taking so long to close this out. I don't know what's going on. It wouldn't let me close it out, and I think But I don't have any other messages to give you from the deck. Is it the flame? No. Okay, so I think I need to end it with clearing the space again after we've done our breath work there. And I'm not a professional. I just kind of followed through on whatever hit I got there intuitively. All right. For clarity, integration, and ease of receipt. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful time during this transition. I hope you have an easy time during this transition. Ease, love, and grace. Bye-bye.